Hey everybody, well, thank you all for tuning in. We have a great show for you tonight. I am still your host, Xavia Fox.
What's happening, y'all? It is so nice to be back.
Look at this guy with the tall jokes. Actually, but actually the short jokes.
I'm not trying to brag, but I've been engaged like 6 times and married
Dang!
twice.
So what you do wrong? Why did you divorce you?
Oh Lord.
No.
After we've had sex, let me sleep. I want to go to sleep.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I have heard some people say that if she doesn't go to sleep after it's done, then you just didn't do something right.
Exactly.
So
Well, my kids, I got boys. I got 3 boys, and when they little, and you know when they cute, they, ooh, you gonna have a lot of girlfriends, and and I stopped that because it starts right there.
Right.
You know, I got 8 girlfriends, and I said, you know what, it's not good. You're not supposed to have.
But see, we wasn't taught that. We wasn't teaching. We wasn't taught that. Well, I'm in my 40s. I wasn't taught that. Now, when I was coming up, I had one girlfriend, and one girlfriend was enough for me because that's the way I thought it should be.
The law can't even handle
Until
more
we get,
that's what kills me.
we won't even go there. Cause
I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about they can't even satisfy them what they got. They be trying to get
I'm not gonna. But we as young boys, we start off with one until we get hurt. Once we get hurt,
become a monster.
then we become
men
that
don't heal,
monster.
they hope.
That's
They
right.
don't heal.
Exactly. That's a very good way
Yeah.
of using that. We don't heal.
They bring
'cause we
their
don't
bags,
know
but
how.
we don't hear about it.
Exactly. We hope. And we get as many, like you said, numbers as we can until we run across
Like we
that
hate
one
women now.
that goes back to when we got hurt and we say, okay, let me try this one. I'm going to leave those alone. I'm going to try this one until we get hurt again. We as men don't know how to handle our hurt. We don't know how to talk about our hurt. We think we can go to our moms who can help us with everything, but they can't because they're not the women that we are sleeping with. Once we as men learn that we can't go to mom and talk to mom about things that are going on in our relationship, because she can't tell us what another woman would be able to tell us that we could possibly sleep with, because we're not going to sleep with mama.
The best of us been hurt, no matter what you look like and whatever, we all been hurt, and it won't be the last.
because I have been in relationships like forever. When I turned 16, I had a boyfriend, and that lasted 5 years, and I broke up with him and had another boyfriend for 5 years, and broke up with him and got married, and you know, I mean, it's just.
So you was giving it up early.
No, I just had boyfriends forever. I was 16.
I was engaged at 16.
I had boyfriends forever, so it was just like these
So
long term.
you was just a good girl.
I was just always a long term
You was a
relationship.
good girl with you.
You know what?
We're gonna ask you a question.
I would say is that you had experience to share with him, because this is where I was going with it. I didn't have my heart broken until a few years ago. The situation that I was just talking about, when my daughter went through it when she was 15, I had never had my heart broken yet. So the advice that I gave her, I'm like, because she's a beautiful, I'm sure y'all see my daughter on Facebook. She's a beautiful young girl. I'm like, what?
Why you?
There's somebody else out there, just a ton of men. It's lots of them. You ain't gotta be. Because what happened was, he, as being a boy, he was ready to get sexual. She wasn't ready to get sexual yet. He wound up having sex with some other chick. And her poor little heart was broken. I felt so sorry for my baby.
That's what we do.
But I'm just like,
Wow.
let him go with that Caesar. I mean, if she, you know, if that's what she doing, if that's what he doing, and that's who he want to do it with, let him go. I said, the best punishment is to not go back to him. Don't let him do that and then come back to you.
But they normally
Tell her when you get older.
She never did.
No, she
was stay
but
friends,
there's others
but
that do.
she never let him come back like that.
If your daughters don't look like your daughters. You got a 15-year-old. What do you tell a 15-year-old that's maybe not as pretty as your daughter?
Well, you know what? To me, and I say this all the time, I think
where
that
the
beauty is a
self-esteem
blessing
comes
and a
It's not about
curse.
that.
So I don't think it's all about your
That's where it
looks.
comes from.
It's not all about the looks. I mean, men are
Society has
visual.
made it all
Men
about looks.
are visual. However, I think that just like you were saying to Karen, you know, when you got a female that can actually be your friend that's into some of the same things you're into, I think that the guys get attracted to women who they have some things in common with, whatever level that is. You know, so if you have a 15-year-old daughter, and you know, they say like attracts like, so what is she interested in? I mean, if she likes sports or if she likes whatever, you know, video games. I mean, you know, kids, there's always something for them to bond on. You know, so it's not about who's the finest. You know, at that age, why do we teach our kids that they gotta have one boyfriend anyway? Teach them to date and learn what they want in a relationship.
Because
or in
today
a person.
you can't teach your kid that because it's just too much stuff going on.
Well, I
don't know what's going on with the boys. I mean,
I think that we have a lot of women that are, like you said, so weak and emotional because they've been taught all this time, oh, you need to have a man, you need to have a boyfriend, so now if you don't, you know, they latching on to the first thing to come along and smile, and, you know, instead of putting their brain in front of the emotion, they run around with all this emotion because all our lives we've been taught, oh, you got to grow up and get married. You have this family. You know, well, yeah, I want to grow up and get married and have a family, but I want to marry the right person.
Exactly.
We're not telling them to get the right person.
Think about it. If it's hard for us, it's going to be hard for our daughters. Yeah. It's getting worse. So a lot of my settling, and it's a shame that you have settling, because it's natural for us to be with each other. Mm-hmm. We want companionship, whether married or not. It's natural, and I don't want anybody to make us feel bad because we want to be with a man or be with a woman. We do what we're supposed to do.
I gotta respond to something you said about why are we teaching our daughters, or you know, to be with one person, whatever. Because I actually read this book. I can't think of the name of it right now. But it was talking about how kids today are not taught that, and that their parents teach them, you know, oh, date around and this and that. And so what is actually happening is that, you know, they'll have a friend and they'll have friends with benefits and they'll have sex with them and it won't be a big deal. They'll have sex with that or whatever. The problem with that is that if you teach that, kids don't have the emotional maturity to separate and learn how to do that in an effective way, because what ends up happening is they go through college and they do that. They become young adults at 20 and they do that. And before you know it, they don't really know how to have, you know, relationships. And then what they end up doing is being single.
Now, I totally disagree with having, I don't know if you have kids or not.
No, I don't.
Okay, but I do. And Will does, and all of my friends have kids and have gone through high school and have all had boyfriends and girlfriends. And I did it as well. So I
had multiple boyfriends?
No, I had a boyfriend for 5 years, and then I had another boyfriend for 5 years. And the problem that I see with, what happens is those same people become adults and they never learn what to look for in these relationships. They have to wait till they get our age before they realize that, you know, you need more than a cute face, or you need more than a good time at the movies for somebody to be considered relationship material. You know, we need to teach our kids these things, and we don't teach we just say, oh, you're going to be sweet 16, you can have a boyfriend now, you can have a girlfriend now. Because I see it even today well, not today, but now, you know, we go to the basketball games and all these little kids just all coupled up at the basketball game. You know, they 15, 16 years old. That's my boyfriend. They just had this big flip dance or whatever.
Right.
And I mean, these girls, you talk about creative, they went all out to ask the boys that's on the basketball team. They get all their friends together. They did like little cheers in the middle just to ask the boy. And at the end, they hold up the sign and ask the boy to go to this dance. I'm like, the hell did you say?
We had that turnabout.
Yeah, you had a turnabout dance, but I don't know if you did all that.
We didn't do all that.
But what I'm saying is, you know, it's like if you don't have this boyfriend or this girlfriend, then it's wrong.
Holistic Harmony Inc. is a solution-focused therapy agency with 100% satisfaction in building passionate, quality relationships. We offer individual, couples, and group sessions with licensed therapists. No topic is off limits because we believe in real talk. Contact us today to schedule your appointment at 773-420-9572. Visit us on the web at holistichearmonyinc.biz. We don't counsel you, we cultivate you.
If you've ever dreamed of becoming an entrepreneur and don't know where to start, The Entrepreneur Within You by Julie Holloway is a must-read. Holloway and 17 co-authors share advice and inspiration that can save you from serious business blunders. So purchase your copy today on Amazon.com or BarnesandNoble.com. The Entrepreneur Within You. Empowering, equipping, inspiring.
Even, with the situation occurred, and my guy was telling his son how to handle this situation in his relationship, because his son has a girlfriend, how to handle the situation in the relationship, whereas I felt like and feel like this boy is only 16. If this woman or girl is exhibiting behaviors that he doesn't like, then he should take note that this is a trait in a woman that I don't like. Not learn how to appease the woman so that she continues the relationship with him, but to look at the characteristics and traits of that person. Okay, this person is possessive, or this person is jealous. We ain't looking at that. We're looking at, okay, this is how you smooth the situation over so you can continue the relationship. Stop teaching that so young and teach to look for, because I had stalkers, so now I listen for stuff.
You got to teach, you got to balance it out. You got to teach them about relationships and about what to look for.
Teaching them about
and school. But listen, but see, we all been teenagers before, and we can't help the emotions we have because God put it in us.
Right.
God gave us our menstruals to have babies. Man say you got to go to school, you got to do this, do that. God said put family first. Family first, and everything else comes second because we have to have a foundation. But anyway, society say we have to do this and do that. So that's why man's law and God's law don't work. You see what I'm saying? We can't help the emotions we have. We want to love, we want to have sex, and especially in teenager. When you love, and when you hate, you hate. So that's what we really need guidance. On our teenage years.
The optimum word is teach. Because we say teach, but are we really just telling? Because you can't just sit up here and tell. Because a lot of times, us as parents, or parents in general, they may say, "Hey, listen, you shouldn't get so serious with him. This and this and that." So they tell them something. They don't actually sit down and teach them and show them how to deal with their emotions, how to do all of that.
Tell them how to do it. Don't tell them just don't do it.
You got to tell them how. You got to teach them. You got to teach them about the differences and be able to do that, because we can't just. I mean, and that's true. And that's true. And that's
where I was going with.
No, and that's true. But what ends up happening is that we tell them, and then they try to figure it out themselves. And they are not emotionally mature enough to always figure it out.
You got to set an example for your kids too. You can't just tell your kids something. You got to show them.
The other thing is that I think the biggest problem with what she was saying, X, about as far as the girls, is that we tell girls you should be with one person, while on the other hand we tell boys,
hey, get out there,
go ahead and get out there. And so the messages are different, and that's why we have problems.
Yep.
Because they are, because the reality is they dealing with each other. We telling them, hey, you stay with that one person. We telling him, hey, you hit her and her friends.
Do you know what we as women?
And so that's where the disconnect becomes, and that's where the problem becomes. Because we're not teaching our men to do the same thing. We got to give everybody the same message.
I told my girls and my stepson the same thing. Because my stepson, he was a relationship person. Lord have mercy. That boy had to make every girl his girlfriend. I'm like, please stop it. You are 17 or 16 or whatever he was. You do not have to make that she ain't gotta be your girlfriend. Just be her friend and figure out who she is.
Right.
See if you
So
like
what if he becomes
her.
a whore
He did.
later on?
He did.
He
And
did.
that's what
I'm telling you,
No,
we should raise our boys in the
but look,
Exactly.
he has become
That's
who
what
he is right now.
Exactly.
But his foundation is that he wants one woman. But now I'm gonna tell you, raising a boy, I got him at 14. Raising a boy was so different to raising a girl, and I learned a lot about girls. That's when I started really looking at women, because now I got pretty daughters, and the boys was coming after them, but them girls was coming after that boy like
Yeah,
crazy. I was like, "Are you for real?" I mean,
it's hard out.
I don't know.
So
Maybe my thoughts of being single, because when I'm single, okay, a lot of people don't like to be single. You know, I have been in a lot of relationships, but the times when I've been single, I think the longest I've been single was maybe a year and a half or two, something like that. But I have a blast when I'm single. I don't think that I have to date unless I'm ready for a relationship. I ain't dating one man at a time.
But see, do you know that's a lot of women have gotten killed because of that?
Yeah, but see, I told you I had stalkers. I had 3 of them. See,
Okay.
so I'm listening. I can point out the stalkers. I get rid of them quick. I had one dude on the 3rd date. He told me he was gonna marry me. He was gone. He was a stalker too. He stalked me for like 2 weeks, scared the crap out of me. But he got over it because I didn't let that linger on.
Because you told me.
And I ain't never even held that man's hand. So if he went through all of that after nothing,
Imagine
exactly.
what
So I was glad
happened.
that I got rid of him. But what I'm saying is, I think when you are single, the whole point is just like when you go looking for a car. You don't just test drive one
I
car.
think you should date multiple.
Yeah,
you
No,
date-
you say sleep with them, but date
Exactly.
until
You
figure
ain't
out
sleeping
what-
with them. But now when I get into where I'm like, okay, I'm tired of this dating. I'm tired of, all these folks that don't really mean nothing to me. I want somebody I can confide in, somebody that's my friend. Then my whole approach changes. Because then I'm
I agree with
asking
that.
different questions, and then it is one at a time, because I need to be able to focus. I don't need to be clouded with all these other folks over here in my head and in my ear. So I think that it really depends on what you're looking for as to how your dating approach should be.
I agree 100% with that.
You know what's funny though? The guys that I date when I'm not in relationship mode are rarely the same guys that I date when I am in relationship. It's like I'm looking for 2 different kind of people. It's like when I'm dating for fun, I'm looking for that fun dude that just want to go and do and this and that and the other. And when I'm ready for a relationship, I'm looking for that man that has more traditional values like I
So
actually
why
have.
can't he be fun too?
He can be
And
fun, and he has to be fun, but when I'm just dating, I don't really care about all that stuff. I don't care if you the man that's going to take care of your wife and family, because I'm not planning to ever be your wife or family.
Right.
I just, let's go shoot pool, let's, whatever, let's go dance. Where's the house music at? Let's get our jam on. That's all I want with you.
But you're 29 and you
You
still
know what's-
listen to house music?
You know what's funny
Yeah,
is that
yeah.
that's the one thing that men historically do better than women do, is that we put people in their place a lot better than women do. Like a woman will see a guy and they'll see a guy and he's a dog, but then they'll try to make him their husband. And you sitting there like you done watched him be a dog all your life. You think that when you marry him, he ain't gonna continue to be that.
Right.
So that's the one thing. Like
They
men,
think they can change.
historically, we
Yeah. And that's like the kiss of death.
now while there are men who has did the whole little try to change your hoe to a housewife, that's the reason why it's called that. You can't change your hoe, because men be like, dude, what are you doing? She was but that's the one thing that we do historically better than women.